Sitting at the center of Palm Beach Island, surrounded by mansions, golf courses, and boutique hotels, a red lacquered archway with blue eaves leads visitors to a small tranquil garden. Yihou Yuan says a plaque on it. The name suggests China's Summer Palace, a famous vast ensemble of lakes, gardens, and palaces in Beijing, which was built in 1750 as a resort for Chinese emperors back in the Qing dynasty. Apart from the archway, the garden is equipped with almost everything a Chinese garden is supposed to have: stone lions, the statuette of Kuan Yin, and various plants that automatically make people think of China. This is a Chinese garden at the Palm Beaches, the Society of the Four Arts. It's Botanical Gardens. Since being built in 1938, the Botanical Gardens have served as a guide for new homeowners seeking inspiration for landscaping their own houses. They give visitors a whole range of plants that can thrive locally. Given the fact that only 1% of the town's population is Asian, a garden like this stands out in its neighborhood. Only a 5-minute drive away, at Norton Museum of Art in West Palm Beach, a permanent Chinese exhibition is also impressing its visitors. Laurie Barnes is a curator of the museum Chinese art exhibition. She was explaining the image of dragon in Chinese culture.
The initial collection, and it was about 125 objects, was given by Ralph Norton, the founder of this museum, and he gave it to the people of West Palm Beach. And because he wanted to represent something other than Western art, he chose to focus on Chinese art.
In a city that is traditionally American, the blue and white porcelains from Chinese kings seemed exotic and refreshing at the same time. Without much knowledge of the usage and history of these items, visitors stop by the display window to take a closer look.
We try to do programs that highlight our collection, and since we have such a great Chinese collection, although it's not large, we try to focus on major holidays, and because everyone likes a special event and a party, and we always have special talks which lead people hopefully to look more closely at the great things in our collection.
Well, based on the fact that we get over 2,000 people in one day for Chinese New Year, and we've gotten 600 or 700 people for our moon festivals, I would say it's people are interested. And they'll come out to learn about not only just the art, but those days are filled with other kinds of programs. There are presentations, there's music, there's food. So I think it's an overall cultural experience, and the people are curious. Art and music and math are universal languages. And I mean, it is a way for people who don't speak the same language or maybe believe the same thing to bond, or to get to know one another, or to get to understand each other better. It's hard not to walk into our Chinese collection and look at that giant head of a Buddha and just not be awed and enthralled.
Like the pot cultures thriving in the South Florida culture, these exquisite Chinese art pieces are taking root in the exhibition hall, nourishing culture lovers with the aesthetics of an ancient nation far away. And with a love and passion for Chinese art, the likes of Barnes are treating their job as a life's mission.
I tell people this is, the 20th century was the American century. The 19th century was the British century, but the 21st century is going to be the Chinese century. So I think everyone in the world should be interested in Chinese culture.